Yeah.
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Yeah. What's up? We back in the neighborhood. We got Artist of the Week. And we got Rico G. Somebody from Oakland, California. That's very different. What you think about that, Nelly?
That's dope. I forgot the mic wasn't right here and I was getting ready to start talking.
I told you stop drinking after dark. I told you that.
It's my birthday.
Oh, hell yeah, I forgot. Happy birthday.
Happy belated.
Thank you. But that's dope. I'm just a California fan in general, but I've never
Yeah,
been
exactly. It's totally different over there.
Yeah.
But introduce the world to who
Hello.
you are.
Hello, I'm Rico G from Oakland, California, and I rap, make music.
He's just very nonchalant about it.
Yeah, I make music, you know what I mean? It's a little bit, I could at least say it's a little bit more than rap at this point, but
Right.
I make music.
All right.
Yeah.
How did you get started with rapping and what age was that you started?
If I'm 24 now, then I must have started at, I would say 20, 21. Started really taking it serious. But I mean, first time I rapped, you know what I mean, we all had our experiences rapping. We all rapped at like 13 possibly, you know what I mean? We all got in the booth in somebody's closet in somebody's house and spit something. But I really started taking it serious pretty much the past couple years when I finished school. I finished school in 11, so pretty much since
at
then.
At the age of 11 or?
No, 2011.
Oh, shit, I'm like, what?
Nah, I'm smart though. I ain't finished school at 11. Can't say it.
Nah, you would have been super smart if you finished at 11.
That's genius.
What school did you actually go to?
I went to Hofstra.
Hofstra.
Yeah, Hofstra, Long Island.
Oh, you went to school out here in New
I went
York.
to school out here, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you went to school. Oh, so you went to school out here, but you was raised in Oakland.
Right.
Why did you actually go to school here instead of your hometown?
I came here to. Where do y'all want me talking? Camera phone, my camera mic, or you? Or it don't even matter.
It's like you talking.
All right. Well, I came here to go to school, and I came here to play football. I was gonna walk on, but I wanted to. If I was gonna play, I didn't want to play somewhere that was in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean?
What you mean, as far as your hometown?
As far as my hometown, I didn't want to play like a lot of because pretty much I wasn't going big. You know what I mean?
Right,
so it was like the schools that I was talking to were like Missouri, you know what I mean? Like middle of nowhere.
Big schools.
Yeah, so I was thinking I could come here. The goal was to play 1AA football and just go to school really. But when I came here, the football program ended. Like right when I walked on and started practicing, it ended.
Oh, wow.
So
So
then,
you didn't get a chance to actually pursue that.
But then it's just after that, just got into the music. The story is actually one of the dudes who played football. We kind of started rapping together because he rapped before already, and I didn't rap. But you know what I mean, I fucked around with it. And then, wait, can I cuss or no? Y'all good?
No, you good.
All right, so I fucked around with it a little bit, but he had been rapping seriously. He had like some studios on deck, so I went with him. And long story short, it just became something I should take a little bit more serious than a hobby. So.
All right. Cool.
What and who are your influences music-wise?
My influences. Alright, it's hard because I'm always going to leave somebody out. And it's a difference between my influences and people I listen to. So I don't want you to think I only listen to these people. But influences are along the lines of Tupac, of course. And then there comes the Jay-Z's. And then there comes yeah. And then comes the Lupes, the Jay. There's like Tupac over here. I don't really know who to put him with. Then there's the Jay-Z's, the Nas, and then next to Nas is like Lupe. You know what I mean?
Right.
The little more conscious rap almost.
Right.
But then, yeah, I know I'm gonna leave somebody out. But then there's always the Kendrick Lamar's, the J. Cole's, and they really influenced my music in the sense that I feel like they brought B&U back. You know what I mean? Almost.
When you say B&U, you mean as far as Kendrick Lamar's and Drake and them? Because a lot of them don't do that as well.
Yeah. I feel like they brought being you back. I feel like if you listen to their CDs, I mean, you can't ever really feel like you know the man. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you listen to Kendrick CD, you feel like you know him a little bit. You might be a little bit. If you ever had a chance to meet him, you might be a little bit too familiar with him because you listen to his music and you think you know him. But like I always say, man, you don't know these men. You know what I mean? But I feel like you could get more of a piece of them from their music, and that's the type of stuff I try to do. And it's the same. Pretty much, I'm influenced by people who I feel like you get to know from their music.
You get compared to Tupac and Kendrick Lamar?
Do I get compared to Kendrick Lamar?
Have anybody ever compared you to them?
Not really. I don't think I've gotten a few subtle Kendrick comparisons, more so on a few deliveries on particular songs versus than overall comparisons to them. But I also haven't done the work they've done yet, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right.
maybe one day. You know what I mean?
No, you remind me of them. Even when you performed at the Mace TV event.
Yeah.
That's who I told him. I was like, oh, he reminds me of Tupac, Wiz Khalifa, Kendrick Lamar, and then you got those two skits with Tupac on
Right, yeah.
What? Speaking of Kendrick Lamar and all these dudes, what do you think of hip hop today? What's different from hip hop today from it being how it was back then?
Back then, what year? Because we old now, you know what I mean?
Right.
So back then it's 90s,
like,
then 80s.
Alright.
So we talking DMC or we talking Ice Cube? You know what I mean?
Ice Cube.
Okay, well, I feel like in a lot of ways, we're coming back to that. We're coming back to that.
That real hip hop.
That real, yeah. I mean, everything goes full circle. You know what I mean? So first came the gangster rap. You know what I mean? And then it took 10 years for gangster rap to be
successful.
Played, not really successful, but it was successful from the start because it was original. Yeah, you know, most original things are successful, and then it took 10 years for it to be played with, diluted, mimicked.
Right.
Before, you know what I mean? Before somebody came and brought it back to really what it is. Because I feel like what Kendrick does is like it's not necessarily NWA. You know what I mean? It's not cop killer music.
It's
totally
different from NWA. It's more of a vibe of it's music, but you expressing yourself from the heart. You know what I mean? So it's like it's either people gonna feel you or they're not gonna feel you because you was lying about whatever you say in your lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's just so many more rappers now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like then it was like a handful. You know what I mean? It was a handful, and of that handful, like you really would rock to like 4. You know, 3 or 4. You know what I mean? And that was 1,000. So much so you might not even know your favorite artist yet. You might not even come across them yet. But I feel like music is in a good place. I keep getting off the question, but I feel like music is in a good place right now because there's more of that honesty coming back. It's almost cool to be honest again. Yeah. It's cool to be honest again. Kendrick's bringing up people around him who are making real music, and then that's what's happening.
Q. That's who you remind me of, Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like Schoolboy Q.
Yeah, he's really dope. He's dope. I mean, sometimes he throw me off, but he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's an individual. You know what I mean? You're not always gonna get Schoolboy Q, and he don't care. And that's the thing about it. It's a lot more not caring going on. You know what I mean? Giving a fuck is overrated nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
what about, Joey Badass. You like him?
I like Joey Badass. I like the hip hop. I like the real I like the real hip hop vibe of that. The hip hop vibe of that. I feel like he could do.
He could do a little more though.
He could do a little more. I personally feel like he could be. He shows talent, and then right after you show talent, the next thing you got to show is versatility. So I feel like he could be a little bit more versatile. But he did his first wave of music. You know what I mean? So we're still waiting to see.
He's still waiting.
Yeah,
he still has time.
He's done no wrong yet. You know what I mean? He'll probably. I mean, his first move was good. He'll be judged by his next move.
Yeah.
So.
True.
But I like the hip hop vibe. I like that whole like that shit just sound. It just reminds you of the subway train. You know what I mean? The whole vibe of it. Because I never came to New York before like 5 years ago, and then when you come here, I always liked the music though, and I didn't know why. I still don't know why. You know what I mean? You just like certain, but you can hear New York in his music.
Right.
And that's good.
So, who would you, if you was doing a concert, who would you choose in the industry to do a concert with?
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Like me headlining?
Yeah.
Ah, what? Alright. Alright, I would throw him off though. Honestly, this is probably, the first person I would get is like, first of all, my concert would be more of a festival than a concert.
A festival?
A festival.
Why would it be a festival?
It wouldn't have to be a festival in the sense of a venue, but I just meant it would be a lot of different types of music to bring out a lot of different types of crowds.
Oh, I thought you meant like you have a festival where it'd be shades and like the gyros out there.
Nah,
buy little cheap scarves.
Not a food festival.
Oh, my bad.
He's stupid.
But so the first artist I would get is I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with her, but her name's Lord. You guys know Lord?
I
And
heard
it's the song Royals. Like, we'll never be royal.
Yeah.
I
heard
That
her.
song.
Yeah, I heard
Y'all,
her.
if we turned on the song right now, I'm sure it would sound at least vaguely familiar to a little bit to you.
We'll check it. We'll check it out when we get it.
That would be the first. All right, let's just say I would have 5, right, and I would have her opening up. It would be a real oddball lineup, but I'm gonna keep it going. So it would be Lord, and she's more like, I don't even know what genre to put her in.
She's an R&B singer or she's a pop singer?
I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
How you like her? You don't know what
Because
type of artist?
it could easily be called pop, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
Because she's a white girl and she got the whole vibe, you know what I mean? It could easily be called pop, but it's really more like, how do you say
classical
it?
music?
Not classical. I would say it has more of an ambient vibe to it.
Oh, ambient. Oh, okay. All right.
But she actually has vocals, and all her beats sound like a combination. You would have to hear it. It's something like, I don't even want to not do her justice right now. Like, you got to hear it, you know what I mean? But pretty much put it like this. I turned on her project and I didn't turn it off.
Oh, okay.
And now I listen to her second project and I didn't turn it off. She's like 10 for 10.
So now you're a fan.
So
Exactly.
she would be at my concert.
So who's the other 4?
Yeah, moving on to rap. Lord, Kendrick, for sure.
Oh, Kendrick.
Well, we would just say Lord and TDE, you know what I mean? We would bring the whole TDE out. Then I would have to bring the OG Snoop, for sure. Snoop is one of the best performers I've ever saw. And then I would have to, I said Kendrick already. I would have to bring Cole, you know what I mean?
J. Cole with you.
I would have to bring Cole. And what the Hove? Like, what the fuck? Of course. You gotta bring Hove. And that's why the whole festival, you know what I mean? Because Jay-Z brings out everybody.
Yeah, Jay-Z. And he's a great performer as well.
A great performer. And I really like, one of my biggest influence in performing is Jay-Z, because it's not no extra ass jump around. Like, it's still the words, you know what I mean? It's still the words. And I feel like, it's nothing against anybody who performs any kind of way, but I just feel like that's not everybody. That jump around, like everybody, like some niggas even in the club, they only do the 2-step. You feel me? They within right here. You feel me? And that's just really how they are as people. So then you hit the stage, and then it's like all of this. And I'm personally in between. Like, I'll move a little bit, but I ain't got no moves, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't call myself a dancer. Nah, see, I wouldn't do the stanky leg.
Oh, you? I'm glad you would. Cause I wouldn't want you.
I wouldn't do the, like, realistically, I wouldn't do. I don't even know the dances. You know what I mean? There's a new one. It ain't even new. It's like the wobble or something. Like,
I was thinking about that.
It's hit the wobble.
I just made a wobble.
But start wobbling, I get out the way. You feel me? Like, just real talk. Like, what I'm gonna do stanky leg, but it's cool though. You know what I mean? Everybody gotta be who you are, and that's why, like, I have a place on the side of hip hop that they don't, and they have a place on the side of music that I don't. You know what I mean? Because we're all different people. We have our place, our niche. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you wasn't rapping, what would you do?
I have no clue. 100. I have no clue.
Sell drugs? Would you be?
I sure hope not.
But
I would hope I could keep it at least. I mean, I like to think I'm talented enough to keep it on the legal side of the law. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I finished school. That's like damn near. We'll just round up. It's $100,000 backup plan. So like.
And you said if you came over here for football, so you probably play football.
But I was the type of guy, like, I either wanted to, like, that's why I wanted to go 1AA, because if you go to a 1AA school, you're gonna get enough exposure to the point that if you're good enough, you'll get a look from the NFL. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So that was my strategy all along. And then like once that happened, it was like, I don't know. It's like I don't. It's like NFL or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like top or nothing. But if it wasn't for sports, honestly, I majored in psychology and I had a minor in sociology. So I would really want to work with the kids. That's probably.
You like kids.
But rap takes me away from wanting to work with kids because they're at the point where like I was a good student like book wise, but me telling them to be like me would hurt them more than help them until you know like I just don't want to be phony to myself, you know what I mean? Or just have two sides. I kind of want to make the rapper the man and the man the rapper. But on a separate note, like I would like to like promote certain type of things to kids, but I just don't want to be a hypocrite. That's my biggest thing. I hate a hypocrite. And I could suggest that kids, like, for instance, like, don't smoke weed. I could highly suggest it, but how much could I like... How much would someone respect me telling them not to? And even with my perspective, I would even take it from the angle of... I've been there before, I did it. No, we all heard that shit before and said what? What we say in our head? Like, and I used to always tell my pops this.
Since the Mace TV event, because we met you there, you were doing your thing, you were performing.
Thank you.
You had the wonderful manager, by the way. Yes. Tell her I love her when you see her again.
Shout out my publicist. The ever so lovely Teresa Cooper. The ever so lovely
dress she was wearing too.
And shout out her dress. Right.
How did you end up in that Mace TV event?
That was pretty much through her and her sort of the connection she made with the other ever so lovely Jerusalem from Ace TV, you know what I mean? And as well as Janelle from Ace TV.
Oh, so, Janelle, yeah. Shout out to Janelle. That's
so that's
a friend of mine. Did you enjoy yourself down there?
I definitely enjoyed myself. It was a great opportunity. I was there. I wish I had enjoyed myself a little bit more, but I take it serious. So like when I went, I definitely spoke to people, but I didn't drink or nothing. I really wanted to perform and wanted to perform well. Like I want to
Yeah, I felt your performance. Yeah. Like I said, my favorite slogan from that performance was "Fuck wrong with these niggas."
Hey, sometimes I wonder, you know what I mean?
Me too. Though.
It's like, it's that shit. But yeah, that whole performance, that whole opportunity, I really appreciated it. And shout out Mace TV and Teresa and all of them. They really do. Those are people who I feel like if I'm ever doing something, you know,
supportive.
Yeah, that would be supportive, and that's also people I would love to be a part of what they're doing. Not even as an artist, but just as a person. Like, you know, I could lend a helping hand.
Would there be anything that you would change or would have changed towards your success? Towards the steps that you've taken.
As far as music?
Yeah.
It's hard to say I would have changed it because it would have meant somehow I would have known then what I know now, you know what I mean? But if I could change something, I don't know how I would have changed it, but I would have just put your money in the right place as far as what you do in music, you know? And like everything that glitters ain't gold, everybody who say they can help you can't help you. A lot of this are right there, like we're right here. This is our level. This is the top, we're right here. And these niggas will talk you and to make you feeling you right here, but I never really, like, I don't know, like I said, as far as me being me, you can't really talk me, like, down, and it's like, bro, like, why we in the same place then, you know what I mean? So, like, just dealing with less of the bullshit of it, and also, I fought myself to not be versatile at first. Like, I wanted to be underground New York hip-hop, you know what I mean?
You did one.
Underground, I mean, and I wouldn't say, like, that at least a part of my music doesn't fall into that, you know what I mean? Right. At least a part of. But I realized it's better to be everything, you know what I mean? Everything you can do successfully. So that's one thing I would have done if I could have done it sooner was like beat selection, like turn up, you know what I mean? Like make music for the people, not for me, because as I've learned, like, not many people are like me. You know what I mean? Not many people wake up and live their day like I live my day. So, if you want to do it as a hobby and you want to make music for yourself and for your little box and for your little corner of the world, then, like, yeah. But if you want to make music for everybody, you kind of got to get to know people.
Yeah. last question. You had the project out.
Yeah.
No Talking in the previews.
Yes.
Which was a very good project.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
You had Tupac Shakur talking on it on a skit. Exactly. I want you to actually talk about the project and tell people what was it about from your point of view.
All right. Well, the project, honestly, to be completely honest, it was like I realized later it was like more of a collage than a storyboard. You know what I mean? Okay. Meaning that there was no true theme behind it. No true start. You know what I mean? Plot, finish. You know what I mean? But what I was piecing together in there was just like one. It was really. I just wanted to show people I could rap. That's really what it was about. Like I could rhyme. I could rhyme a little bit slow. I could rhyme a little bit fast. I could have a hip hop beat. I could have a mainstream beat. I could have a smooth beat. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I could not say the same thing every track. And then the little bit of the skits and the stories that like sort of made up the background was one, the fact that I got fired from a job after I graduated. Oh, yeah. And so the skit on there is about me getting fired, and then that's really something that was heavy on my mind as I wrote that project and put it together. It was like that whole fuck you type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was one of those things that really it hurt me, but at the same time it opened my eyes to who I wanted to be, because it was another one of those hypocritical situations where I literally got fired for something people do all the time. Wow. And it was like, all right, but first of all, I'm the type of person to self-evaluate first, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, blah, 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 they fired me, them, they're wrong. So that's why my next project will have more of a theme and more of something behind it. But
speaking of that, when can we expect that project?
I don't know when we can expect it, but all of the tracks are done. They're not done. I just laid them all down, and I'm just really mixing and mastering them right now. So anytime within the next month, I was just going to put one out. I wasn't going to put the whole thing out. I wanted to like give it the proper promotion. Okay. Maybe I could come back here before it come out.
Yeah,
tell
definitely,
the people about it.
Most definitely.
But yeah, so I actually do have a title, and it's called Red Wine Spots.
Red Wine Spots?
Yeah, Red Wine Spots.
That's very creative. Very
so I like that, and the whole thing behind that is just like really trying to get this music out, and not just trying to get it out, because I mean I could release it. I could go to SoundCloud, I could go to YouTube, and I could release it. But trying to really, really get this shit out. It's hard, you know what I mean? And it's hard to get out like Red Wine Spots. So it's like, it's not impossible, but it's not as simple as it always may seem. So,
well, I wish you the best of luck on the project.
I appreciate that.
We do want you back on the show when that comes out. So definitely. I'll be keeping in contact with you.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back. We're about to go into the performance.
Okay.